Hello there, my fellow Nigerians.
People are dying in Kano metropolis despite.
I am recording, please engage with me.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, dear friends in Nigeria and in the diaspora. You're welcome to Matters Arising by Ayodada, the place, the medium, the channel that speaks for the voiceless and deals with matters that affects the Nigerians in general, but the masses in particular, where we try to find solutions, look ahead, learn from from the past and look ahead to what can be done to make our country great again. I'm a believer that our country can become great again. Unfortunately, my generation is a wasted generation. The generation before me is a wasted generation. The generation coming behind me is a wasted generation. The ones behind them, there's little hope. They may not be a wasted generation. So we have to grab the bulls by the horns. Nigeria has a special place in the black world. We should be the voice of the black world. If we were in a position where we should be, a lot of the atrocities being perpetrated against Nigerians, against Africans across the globe will not be so. We should learn our lessons. Our citizens are trying to escape to Europe. Some go to Libya. Some go to Saudi Arabia, to Turkey, to Palestine, to you name it. They die on the boats. They die under the trucks. They are used as sex slaves. They are maltreated. They are hiding to work to be able to leave. This should not be so. In a country so blessed, humanly, in resources, human resources and mineral resources. We are blessed in every way, intelligent, highly. I remember in my day, if you ask us, what would you like to become in the future? We would say, I want to become a doctor, I want to become a lawyer. Now you ask any kid, I want to be a millionaire. How do you want to be a millionaire? They don't know, because they see all this affluence being flaunted in their faces by a small number of Nigerians, and they just believe, oh, well, that is the way. They don't know what to do. Our educational system is poor. Everything has kind of... However, that's the sad part. The good part is we have a future. Our leaders have to sit up now. They must have learned a lesson from this Covid-19. They must sit up now and think about Nigerians. Think about the masses. I want to provide one solution tonight. And the solution is this: fraud forgiveness. That's the way forward. The president during the 2015 election campaigned on change. He campaigned on a war against fraud. Whatever, we haven't seen much of a difference in what's going on in Nigeria. So people are still finding means and ways of taking the money out. One thing our leaders must realize is that all the monies around the globe that have been taken out of Nigeria to these Western countries, Eastern countries, they are being used to develop their country. They are the monies that they loan their citizens for businesses. They are the money that they invest in stocks and shares and bonds and treasury bills, you name it. They are the ones that they give to small businesses. And it's painful that we are taking our money out to the countries. And the unfortunate thing is this: if they should die, that money is gone. It's gone. So what is the solution to this problem? I think this may be controversial to some people, but I think that one of the many solutions is fraud forgiveness, or whatever our legislature want to term it as. Somebody in the legislature must sponsor a bill which must be unanimously passed. The bill's got to say, bring back your monies. Bring back your monies. Date it back to 1960. Bring back all the monies abroad. We're not going to take it from you. Attach some conditions to it. When you bring back this money, you will have to establish a business, small business, big business, that must employ at least 50 Nigerians. Those Nigerians will be working. They will be paying taxes. The businesses may be for profit or non-profit. If it's for profit, the organizations will pay taxes. It's a revenue for the government. If it's for non-profit, they will be excluded from the taxes. These are some of the solutions we can prefer. And I think this will actually encourage folks to bring back this money into the country. And then we begin to, build businesses. If people have businesses and all these folks that have been in power or the corridors of power that have taken out our money or whatever, it's the human nature to be selfish. They will think about themselves first. So if they bring this money back home, they will be more inclined to fix our electricity, to build roads that lead to their factories, industrial estates, businesses, and it will create employment. And the money will be in our banks. Our banks will be able to lend out money to small businesses, market women. We can have a community bank. We don't have to have all these big banks. We have community banks and all that finance houses. The money will be circulating. And the domino effects will be like, it will start to ease inflation. Everybody will begin to get jobs. All these boys that are Yahoo boys, they're smart boys. They are frustrated. That's why a lot of them do what they do. Let's tap their brains. If you have all this money, you don't know what to do, how to go about businesses, believe me, we have 1,000,001 Nigerians who you can actually employ that will run your business for you and that you will make money. Let us forgive all these debts. Let us, this fraud, forgive. Encourage them to bring it back. I know some people will say, oh, well, if they bring it back, when another government comes in, they may say this or do that. No. Put it in the bill that it can't be done. It's at least let's try this. We're still recovering Abacha's loot. How many years after his death? Half of Abacha's loot's gone. How many millions are already gone? As I speak, Nigerians have more than 100 billion US dollars across the globe. Let them bring that back home. Let's build our infrastructure. Let's open our taps again and water runs. Let's turn on our lights and enjoy electricity. You know, it's a shame that we're still talking about taking power in 2020 in Nigeria. In 1972, light, they used to take it, not as often as they do now. It was ECN back then. Then they became NEPA. It got worse because we didn't plan ahead. Let us start planning ahead. Let us start using our censuses. The population. Let's decongest the cities. Let's plan ahead. Let's build. Let's build schools. Standardized schools for the people. Let's, there's so much to be done. But what I'm focusing on tonight is just that, bill. Let some legislator or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, let them sponsor the bill, take it to the floor, let them vote on it, take it, expedite it, and let the president assent to it. And let's see how it goes. They'll bring back their money. They're just scared. That's why they take it out. And there won't be any need for Nigerians to be dying on the boats, to be used as sex slaves. There is slavery going on right now as we speak. Africans being enslaved everywhere. Doctors, lawyers come to America, they go to England, and they're working as housemaids, babysitters, because they have no papers. The country have forced them out. My dear government officials, find a place in your hearts and do the right thing for the nation. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you like what you heard tonight, if you like what we stand for, please support us. We need your subscription. We want to get onto YouTube television where we can actually get professionals to come on air to see how we can help the poor people. What solutions can be preferred, can be suggested, can be done. We need to get to that point. It's by your subscription that we can get there. And then we can have people talk, chat, go live, and all this all these things, just to make sure that, we touch the consciousness, the conscience of those that matter. And please remember, your comments matter. Leave us your comments, what you think. Your suggestions are welcome. Your comments are welcome and will be responded to. And as you help your neighbors, as you give out of the little you have, may God bless you. May God bless everything your hand touches or your hands touch. And may God bless Nigeria. Thank you.